Namaste, angels. I'm going to do a client reading. I haven't posted any in probably a week or two. I did those that I did do either in person. I did a bunch at the beach and while I was in Myrtle Beach for some other people at the boat club, the yacht club, and I did some in Charlotte. And I've done some for you guys over the phone. But I hadn't posted any or done any video readings in about a week or two because I had that intermittent internet situation going on. And I put a lot into making the videos, and anybody who makes videos of their own and uploads them to some sort of editor or something processor, which I often have to do because of the length, like Movie Maker or something like that. Knows that it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and connected to, again, intermittent internet. I wanted to use my efforts towards the collective readings when I went online, and also I was doing a lot of communicating with family of mine involved in the hurricanes, and I have a lot. Basically, like all of my first cousins are in Houston, so for that reason. You haven't seen me in this capacity in a while, but I'm back. I'm going to do a young lady's reading. I've previously read for her. I didn't look at the old reading or look anything up or whatever. She asked me to do it last week while I was away, and I for those reasons I just stated, I said I'll do it next week. So here I am. I'm back in New York, and we'll be getting caught up and restored back to normal with everything. Although there's nothing that anybody has ordered, for example, that I haven't processed. With regard to the divine light cleanses, there's a lot that I have not sent out. I send a personalized letter of things that I and the angels that come through suggests that one continue to do in order to help themselves. Because I can clean away residue from past karma and past life karma and cut cords and all those kind of things. But I can't clear away unresolved karma. I can ask that it be brought to the surface and dealt with, however. So I give you ways of, managing that when it does happen. So those letters I do have to type up, but the clients that purchased the divine light cleanses, because I had a few, I did that flash sale before I left, that wanted people to be able to take advantage of the solar eclipse and everything else that was going on, the energy, even the black moon Lilith, although I'm not a fan of Lilith, just the heightened energy in the celestial system because of so many events that were going on at the same time. I wanted to be able to people to be able to take advantage of that, and I had that flash sale. So I have those people for whom I have to type up the letters and send the letters. But other than that, we're all caught up, and I did send the healing to those people. So even them, even those that are waiting for the letters from me, I've heard back from, and they're experiencing whatever they're experiencing. It's individual to everybody, again, based on karma. So that's it. I'm beginning with this young lady, or for this young lady's reading, with the Hermit. Excuse my nails also. There's no paint on them. I was at the nail salon yesterday, and I told the woman I only had 2 hours tops, an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. And I was just going to get acrylic put over my nails. These are my real nails. These are not tips or anything. To get acrylic put over them. And she was like, you don't want a pedicure? And I'm like, I do, but I only have this amount of time. And she was like, oh no, that's enough time. Well, it turned out it wasn't enough time because I had a meeting to go to. I do other humanitarian work. Some of you know, I'm on a few boards and different organizations, nonprofit organizations that help people in different ways. So this one was one that I'm on that is connected to World Trade Center Health. And so I did not want to miss my meeting, and I left without getting my nails painted. I got to go back today. All right, so back to this reading. The Hermit. The Hermit is all about the need to go within. And I've been seeing this card in general a lot this month. And I've explained to you guys that one of the reasons is this is the month on the Hebrew calendar, the month of Elul. And it is a month that begins, like the first 2 weeks are all about introspection and learning more about who we are as individuals and what we desire out of life and out of our partner and all of that, and love in general. So love in all of its forms, even friendships and things, all different kinds of relationships and experiences. And toward the end of the month, now that we know what we're looking for, it begins to flow to us. And I was going to say we find it, but it finds us. So no surprise that I'm starting with the Hermit. Somebody also may be an earth sign. The Hermit represents the sign of Virgo. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. And somebody's definitely an air sign. I saw a lot of air as I was shuffling. This is the Knight of Air. Intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless is the Knight of Air. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options so you can come up with creative solutions. Hermit. And the Knight of Water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative is the Knight of Water. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. Somebody may also be a water sign, sun, moon, or rising, and or carry a lot of those traits, or at least right now, traits, attributes of a water sign, maybe very emotional and or loving. The Knight of Water, and as an individual, certainly is. This can also be showing up because of the Pisces moon. That energy very strong right now too. And this card is all about falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and maybe even an invitation to a social event, which the Hermit could use, right? He needs to get out. The Hermit. And the World. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude. The path toward enlightenment. The World is a 3, so it may involve a party of 3, what I like to call a party of 3, which isn't necessarily romantic, but certainly can be. It can be, what some of us may call a love triangle. Does not have to be, though. It could even involve things like work or school, anywhere where we've overstayed our welcome. And we know when that is and where that is. And we know we should have gone. We should have left this thing alone and moved on by now, and we haven't. So the universe steps in to sort of ease us out of that situation and into a better one. I saw a meme earlier. It was a little girl holding on to like a small teddy bear. And this, illustration of Jesus. So this person's interpretation of Jesus, like kneeling before the little girl with a larger, and newer, I guess bigger and better teddy bear behind his back. And he was asking her for the little one. And she's like, but I love it, Jesus. Not knowing that he had something better for her. That's kind of like what the world is. It's the universe helping you out. They're taking you away from something. You're going to leave something behind, but they're leading you to something better. And without the shock value, because it's similar to the Tower, except for the Tower is abrupt. The Tower is shocking, good or bad. It's like a neutral energy. A lot of people are afraid of it, but it doesn't have to come with bad things. It comes with good things too. Like if you've been single for a long time, you've been a hermit, for example, and all of a sudden you're in a relationship, or you're being swept off your feet by a Knight of Water, let's say. Since we just saw those cards, that could be like a tower. Like, oh, I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't prepared for this. And then here it is in my life. That's the universe doing it, like by fate, by destiny, by karma. Okay, and the 9 of Air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights. So now we got 9 on 9 today. And today is actually a 9-9, the day on which I'm recording this. Today is September 8th, 2017. Which equals 981 or 99 or 9. 9 of Air is all about manifesting or potentially manifesting negativity into our own life. Today, September 8th, is also the feast day of the celebrated birthday of the quote-unquote Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus. And the 5 of Air. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. This can actually be Aries. I think the moon is in Aries today. So that can actually be this. Also, Mars is in Virgo, and then Mars is also aggressive. It's in a positive way, at least in my opinion. And for a lot of us, like aggressive in our finances. Like this will be a time when we can finally begin to get some financial situations in order. So this is not necessarily bad either, is what I'm feeling. And the overall energy is the Queen of Water, tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, and loving is the Queen of Water. She is a Pisces, perhaps, like the moon, Cancer, or Scorpio. Actually, the Queen of Water, in particular in the tarot, is often a Scorpio. Can come through as an older woman, and maybe, again, a Scorpio, because even if the person is not older, with that being a fixed sign, they have a tendency to act like older people, more mature people. It's a more mature sign. So that can be why this is coming through too. In any case, relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. The masculines, the Nine of Water, your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. You have a love of life. The Nine of Water is like a big resounding yes from the minor arcana. It's a wishes granted, prayers answered card. And he's surrounded by unity with Archangel Sandalphon, which is the high priest or the Hierophant. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. The unity card represents the sign of Taurus. Similar to the Hermit, can be about like legal issues or other higher institutions, college, government, dealings with government entities, government buildings, commitment, marriage, but more that earth energy coming through too. And speaking of that, here in the masculine subconscious, the 10 of Earth, a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Crowning the feminine, the Knight of Fire, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless is the Knight of Fire. Also a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, or could be Sun, Moon, or Rising, or somebody taking on those traits. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Surrounded by the Two of Earth. Too much going on at once. There's a need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Somebody may need to come into balance. Their energy may be in balance. They may need to spend some time in meditation, outdoors, like with the earth, with Mother Earth, possibly even like barefoot. You'd be surprised the energy that can be transferred from like soil to your body just by walking in grass or sand or the ground or earth, barefoot. If you can spend some time in a park, even if it's just like walking around, listening to headphones or something, that's a form of meditation that may help. This can also be trying to, like, having difficulty navigating, like how they say, work and play, and finding time for both, which we all need to. All work and no play makes, Jill a dull girl. And it can also be, juggling like more than one relationship of sorts, trying to please everybody, be a people pleaser, all that kind of stuff. For me also, when the Two of Earth shows up, it can be like, I call it deja vu from hell, because it's like you find yourself very obviously in the same place, like again, like why can't I get past this point, or why can't we get past this point? We always find ourselves back here. Anyway, feminine subconscious, balance or temperance in the traditional tarot represents the sign of Sagittarius, or the fire sign. The need to balance, okay? The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So these two cards definitely go together with the need to balance something in your life, some area of your life, or your own energy. Crowning the union, strength with Archangel Ariel. Some more fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Yet again, the strength card represents the sign of Leo. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments. Forgiveness and compassion instead are going to be necessary. And I saw quite a bit of this as I was shuffling, actually, this card. The Ten of Air. It's the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Somebody may even be recovering from addiction. Addiction doesn't have to mean like somebody's on drugs or alcohol, although they may be, and no judgment, against that. Happens to the best of us. But it doesn't have to mean that. It's any sort of codependency upon any person, place, or thing. Anything that's toxic or unhealthy for us, an unhealthy attachment, is a quote-unquote addiction. And that is the type of thing that's ending, and that we should expect it to end. We shouldn't, like when you know how a person is or how they have been, it's sort of like difficult to necessarily, with some people at least, believe that they've changed, and you're just expecting the same behavior out of them. So this card guides you to not do stuff like that, to just expect good. Expect that anything that was difficult and painstaking and all that is over. At the heart of the matter, the Five of Air. This Ten of Air, and whatever the difficult situation is, may have resulted from some sort of conflict that was maybe silly, even because the Five of Air, this is minor arcana and it's only a 5. So it may have started out as something like dumb, and it escalated. And also for me, the Five of Air is when somebody, one or more people that are involved do make an unwise choice, like it says on this card, but not just an unwise choice. Like they have a hand in the difficulty that they're having. Like they brought it upon themselves, even if it was inadvertently. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. So it's about taking responsibility for me, this card. We'll see what the romance angels add, beginning with forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And opening to flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Flirt. Wow, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, that's nice to see. Flirt. And true love. Very nice. This is the romance of a lifetime. True love. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. The overall energy, however, is release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So this can be on either side or both. Somebody to whom you have some sort of cords of attachment, a codependent relationship maybe. Here atop I was just talking about the codependency, and it's here atop the Nine of Water. So the masculine's prayers may have been just that, for a codependent situation to come to an end. And here's the Ten of Air showing up down here to say, yes, it is happening. That's the prayers answered. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Here atop Unity, the High Priest, the Hierophant, very appropriately. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Atop the 10 of earth and this very happy family life is children. Your love life is being affected by children. Interesting. I don't know that the masculine does or doesn't have children. I don't know, but I'm feeling that this doesn't necessarily mean that he does. This can be even like his siblings, is what I'm feeling. Maybe it's a family issue that's codependent and toxic, not a romantic relationship. Let's see what the other cards say. Here, top the Knight of Fire is unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Well, first off, this is another sign of imbalance to me. But one or both of you also may have, especially after having seen that number 3 with the world and having an overall energy of release your ex, somebody lingering, some cords that need to be cut with somebody with whom the love is not shared. But sitting here atop the 2 of earth and then atop temperance, also, I think, again, it goes to further support your imbalance and need to work on that. Here atop the 2 of earth, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, which says the same thing that your other overall energy, the Queen of Water, says. It's when a romantic relationship or a loving relationship, an emotional relationship ascends. Here atop balance, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So I was talking about that. That sounds to be what the balancing act is about. And I guess why not only this 2 showed up, but that it showed up in the suit of earth. Because that's what you're sort of juggling and trying to get a hold over that's throwing you off. Here atop strength, so it's strength, it's part of that strength is going to be patience, because with something like the world, again, for example, that can require patience. I was saying that it's contrary to like the Tower, the world can take some time. It's being eased out of a situation, sometimes slowly. But it would be worth waiting for when you do. And you're being granted the strength to like make it through that situation, survive the storm, as they say. Here atop the 10 of air, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And it's here crossing, calling in your soulmate and engagement, which is very nice. At the heart of the matter, atop the 5 of air, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this 5 of air could have been a conflict before in the area of communication. You know, some things that should have been said weren't, and some things that should not have been said were, perhaps. Being given another opportunity, like to write that. I want to see, with regard to the unrequited love, trust that this situation will work itself out, will be healed, is required. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I was just drawn after having dealt the other cards to clarify that one a little further. Okay, so advice for the masculine from the Angel Tarot, the 8 of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic, and maybe even going back to school, which can also be what the Hierophant is about. Again, higher institutions, including higher institutions of learning, maybe at work, like apprentice style, have learning from somebody else or whatever. Even in relationships, wherever he's putting in his efforts, he is going to reap what he has sown. He is going to be rewarded for his hard work. For you, the Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, and curious is the Page of Air. Page of Air, also a Gemini for me. So not only may an air sign be involved here, but they may specifically be a Gemini. But of course, this can also represent Libra or Aquarius as well. Logical, honest, impulsive, and curious is the Page of Air. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, and truth delivered without tact. So it's worth waiting for. The page of air often comes through to let us know that that is indeed what's happening. Like we're being made to wait. There's a delay or something like that. There can also be truth bombs that are dropped one way or another. But they should be helpful because the page of air means well. And if it is a Gemini, Geminis are the great communicators, although we're probably also the greatest misunderstood often in our communication. Like other people don't get it. In any case, similar to how I said the Queen of Water tends to feel like a Scorpio, the page of air tends to feel like a Gemini because a Gemini is the more youthful of the air signs, of the air element. From the romance angels to the masculine, heart-to-heart conversations, that can be what the page of air is about. Maybe the masculine is the Gemini or the air sign and ready to talk. This can be an indication of that too, which is nice because you guys need to get to know each other. And again, you're being given this second chance to do just that. Like to really, not in a superficial way, like for real, get to know each other. And for you, deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. If you're holding on to something old or someone old, something that's not working for you, it's like you're kidding yourself only. That's what this deception is coming through as, like you lying to yourself. And I think it's connected to this unrequited love. And they need to have faith that you will work through this. And it may be, again, having something to do with an ex, an actual ex, like taking this very literally as opposed to intuitively, and an ex that you need to release, even if you've already broken up and it's been a million years or whatever the case. Energetic cords are a very real thing, and they do affect our relationships, and they need to be cut. That's how you release an ex. And we need to be honest with ourselves. That helps to cut them too. We need to acknowledge the fact that, they may exist. I may still have some sort of tie to this person. Let me work on healing this, right? I hope that you enjoy your reading, dear, and you find it helpful. Namaste, Angel.